examples of love in literature. For your final reaction paper, write 4 to 5 pages on how your conception of love has changed over the course of the semester.
At the beginning of this semester, I thought books only portrayed love in one kind of way: dramatic.
At the beginning of this semester, I didn't pretend to know anything about love. This was not something I'd paid much attention to before. To be honest, I was skeptical of the idea that people could find each other tolerable for such an extended length of time to fall in love.
I thought that love was something you knew right away, almost in your face.
I believed in the dashing heroes found in all of the romances and thought that one's first love would be one's only love.
However, we are so glad to finally meet you all in person, and you are going to have a great first semester at Northanger University. And we are both really looking forward to being a part of your Love Gone Wrong first year seminar.
So how about we start with a little icebreaker just to kind of get to know each other. So let's just go around the circle and say our name and some kind of interesting fact about ourselves.
I'll start. My name is Eleanor. I am the first of your 2 peer mentors. I am a biology major, and I also really love art and music.
My name is Charles Bingley, and I am your other peer mentor. And my interesting fact is I actually didn't plan on applying to Northanger until about an hour before the application was due, and now I'm here.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Marianne. I guess my interesting fact could be that Eleanor is actually my big sister.
I'm not interesting. How about something about you, Marianne?
Okay, well, I've read all of the books we need to read for this class at least 3 times.
My name's Elizabeth Bennett, and I really love the outdoors. I did one of those mud runs this summer. It was so much fun.
Well, my name is Will Darcy.
Fitzwilliams, you mean?
Anyway, and I just go by Darcy. And for my interesting fact, I don't know. I've been told I have impeccable handwriting, even though I write pretty fast.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I love ghost stories and horror movies and books and that one show with the magician who can time travel. And I've already looked up all of the ghost stories at Northanger. Did you know that there was a couple here who committed suicide and the girl's ghost haunts the gazebo outside?
I'm Henry Tilney, and I'm interested in religious studies.
I'm Brandon, and I participate in ROTC here.
I'm George Wickham, and I'm on the lacrosse team.
I'm Willoughby, also on the lacrosse team, and dropping a mixtape soon. Look me up on iTunes, Willoughby's. It's gonna be good.
So it's so great to get to know you guys, and it's going to be an awesome semester, I can already tell. So just so you know, Dr. Mangan's going to have you guys pair up for your final, so it'd be a really good idea to start figuring out who you want to work with now.
But yeah, that's about it for now. So go hang out, get to know the campus, and we will see you back at 4 o'clock for our final event.
Okay, thank you.
Hey man, long time since the debate team.
Yeah, since freshman year. Well, high school, I mean.
So you're excited for the class?
Yeah, seems good. I don't know. I don't know who to take as a partner.
I mean, there's a lot of people. Just ask anyone.
Easy for you to say. You have Eleanor as a partner. Well, at least she's tolerable.
How about Elizabeth? I think that could work.
No. That woman is way too opinionated for me to take.
She's Eleanor's roommate, Jane's sister. I think that would work out for you.
Hey.
Hi! I love that dress on you.
Thanks.
So cute.
Oh.
How's it going?
What?
Well, if he doesn't want to work with me, that's fine. Too opinionated? Who does he think he is? Some supreme scholar that no one's allowed to question him?
I've known him and his family for years, and that's exactly what he is. We call him Grumpy Darcy.
He is.
Hey, how about we be partners?
And I heard that there are like 3 ghosts in the theater. We have to explore. I want to know everything about this place. It's so old and romantic. Do you think there might be a graveyard nearby?
You know, a walk through the green grass and the crisp fall air, that actually sounds perfect.
Sweet, let's go.
Hey.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
That looks like an interesting and potentially problematic combination.
Nothing will happen on the first day.
I'm sure they're sensible enough to be careful.
Oh my gosh, are you okay? Oh, no. You can't stand? Okay, I'm gonna go get help. All I need now is a train. Why does this stuff always happen to me?
Need a hand?
No, I'm okay. My friends can do something for me.
Here, let me help you.
No.
Come on, you don't mean that. Here, let me help you.
Oh my god! No, you didn't have to carry her in.
It was my pleasure. My name's Willoughby. Sure, I'll see you around.
You've had an eventful first day. Come on, let's put some ice on it.
was hesitant to ask, but the signs are clear. Are you trying to woo Jane?
Seriously, Will? Who says woo anymore? You're so Regency. This is what I've been telling you.
That doesn't answer my question.
Oh.
Are you trying to convince her to be your girlfriend?
Well, sure, I guess. I mean, why not? She's beautiful.
Oh, goodness, this is worse than I thought.
What do you mean? Will, what are you saying?
Well, I'm not really an expert on love.
But I value your opinion. I always have. I take your advice and try to use it. Remember the green gelatin incident? You said no. It was good advice. I should have kept it.
I'm talking about Jane, not gelatin.
Jane? Angel emoji.
Yes, I know how you feel about her.
Lots of heart emojis.
Yes, but do you know how she feels about you?
Of course not, Will. That's how dating works. You're not supposed to know each other's feelings. That's why you do the dance.
Yes, well, regardless, I'll just be blunt. I don't think she's into you.
Do you really think that?
I do. She seems polite and she seems to enjoy when you hang out, but does she ever message you first? Or ask you to hang out?
Okay, no. But Jane, angel emoji, crying emoji. Why tell me this? I feel betrayed. Et tu, Darcy?
Remember Lucille Martin from high school?
Angry emoji.
Remember how she treated you?
3 angry emojis.
I know that she offended your sensibilities.
Wow, Will, how many syllables do you need? She hurt my feelings, yes, evil girl. Angry emoji, demon emoji.
I just want to prevent the same thing from happening again, Bingley.
I'm here. I should probably stop messaging her, huh?
It might be for the best.
I've been so stupid.
Do not feel stupid. Charlotte from Badman, we're all fools in love.
All except ever composed Fitzwilliam Darcy.
Well, that's a separate story.
Hey, I knew you had a thing for a pair of fine eyes, eye emoji, fireworks emoji.
Please stop.
Please let me be your wingman. I would be such a good wingman.
It was good, except that I had to deal with Darcy being in the same town as me all week. Have you seen what they've been putting on him about Yik Yak?
Yeah, I didn't know what to think. What happened?
Well, right before fall break, Darcy and I had a little confrontation. He brought up all this crap from the past. See, we used to be really good childhood friends, but once high school started, he would start spreading these nasty rumors about me, mostly because I had more friends and girlfriends than him.
People have been starting this hashtag Grumpy Darcy campaign. It's all over Facebook. I mean, he's pretentious and stuck up, but is he really that harmful? And he did that to you in high school?
Worse, even. He broke up me and my one girlfriend. It took me a really long time to get over losing her.
That's horrible. Who would do such a thing? I can't believe it.
No. Hey, are you going to the party tonight? I hear it's supposed to be huge.
I'm not really sure. I don't know if I want to, but my friends are probably going to drag me along no matter what.
Well, I hope to see you there.
Elizabeth, hi, how are you?
I'm all right. I'm working. Did you need something? All of the assignments are on Blackboard if you're confused. You don't need to ask me. That's what Eleanor's for.
No, I actually wanted to talk to you about, more personal matters. Well, I don't know if you know, but, I'm thinking about joining the golf team, and, mainly just for social and networking purposes, but, yeah, we're having a party tonight, and it's, we're both supposed to bring our +1.
Sounds like you have a lot of fun tonight. Sure you're capable of fun, Will?
Anyway, it was, as I said, it was, we're supposed to bring our +1, and I'll just be honest with you. Elizabeth, I think I love you. I mean, yeah, you know, you can be really sarcastic and way too opinionated at times, and you're nothing like any of my friends. But that's what I love about you. And anyways, as I wanted to say, would you be my date tonight?
What? No, I wouldn't go with you if you were the last man on Earth. And what the heck are you doing?
I went to Dr. Mangan's office, and I don't know, we talked about classic courtship and motifs and romanticism, and out for my paper, and I thought it might work.
Well, it didn't. Goodbye. I have much better things to do.
Your roommate's kind of creepy.
Well, I mean, he's just misunderstood, I guess. I mean, he's clean, he's nice, he keeps everything tidy, he's just quiet.
Don't you think something else is going on, though? Like, haven't you seen the Yik Yaks? He's crazy.
Well, he's just different is all, and I don't believe everything I read, and neither should you.
I feel like more is going on. And he treated Wickham pretty badly earlier, and you live with him. Who knows what could happen to you?
He's harmless. What are you getting at anyway?
I feel like he's hiding something. Like a secret identity. Like a vampire.
You've got to be kidding me.
No, I'm so serious. Look at him. He never smiles. He dresses in dark colors. He never speaks. And he sits alone during nighttime activities like this party.
Okay, you need to calm down.
I'm serious. We could be onto something, a real life mystery.
Okay, let's just go and get something to drink, okay?
Don't you ever get excited about anything?
Okay, we'll just lay off the alcohol and get a soda, yeah.
Hey, Marianne.
Hey.
You look banging tonight. Truly beautiful.
Thank you. How genteel of you to say something.
Of course. You know, I'm really glad I met you. Unfortunate circumstances, however, can lead to miraculous rewards.
Hey, what's up, bro? Practice almost freaking killed me today. I'm looking for a couple of biddies to help take the edge off, if you know what I mean. You know, do some show and not so much tell.
No, excuse you.
biddies? I'm sorry, why don't you try reading a book and then speaking to a girl like an actual educated human being?
Okay. Don't drink too much tonight, all right, man?
Unfortunately, he's attractive for such a stupid human being.
No, Marianne, he's not that bad. A bit of an ass, but he's a sweet guy.
Yeah?
Hey, I was thinking, it's getting kinda hazy and everything. Beer smells fogging my eyes up, so I can't see your beautiful face as well, so I'd like to. Do you maybe want to get out?
I like that.
Have you been to North Village? I live in the mansion. You want to see?
Yeah. Guys, guess what? My sister Lydia is coming to visit. I'm so excited. I really wanted to meet all of you.
Oh, that's so cool. We'll have to show her around, give her the grand tour.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have another Bennett around. And she's half as beautiful as you are.
Well, she's definitely more outgoing than I am, but I'm really excited and I can't wait for her to meet all of you guys. We should take her out for breakfast one morning.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Breakfast is a good hangover cure.
In that picture of all of us at the playground, you're actually glaring at Willoughby. What is your problem?
We have some unpleasant history.
What? I can't imagine Willoughby acting like anything other than a gentleman.
He sure seems like it at times, doesn't he? I'm sorry. I shouldn't be sarcastic if you really don't know him.
Don't know what?
He's in and out of relationships almost as fast as he's in and out of practice. He doesn't have the patience to spend time on any one thing. So he's never been interested in school, in work, or in relationships that weren't only physical.
No, I find that hard to believe. Maybe you're just being hard on him.
That's what I thought too, at first, until I found out that it had just been a desperate scheme to fund his girlfriend at the time, who he left pregnant and never spoke to again, except for sending her a $50 bill that he said should cover it. He hasn't even spoken to her since.
Oh my god. Willoughby, is this true?
For the most part, yeah.
You never even responded to her? She needed you.
Got a new phone, but didn't have her number.
Oh, hey.
Hey, where's Brandon, Tony, and Darcy?
Oh, well, Tony said that he was going to be really late.
Brandon's on his way with the flash drive. Who knows about Darcy?
Whoever knows about Darcy. Is Marianne still in the hospital?
As far as I know.
Yeah, Brandon was with Hermosa last night.
I can't believe that girl. She has a sprained ankle one day and appendicitis the next. And she was fine in FYS last night, but right before dinner, she was in so much pain. Look at this Snapchat they sent me last night. They seemed pretty happy there, but I know that Brandon was really upset before they went out.
Brandon, really?
Well, of course, he's in love with her. And you know, screw Willoughby. He's been nothing but trouble since the beginning. Forget him. It's a truth universally acknowledged that a womanizer in possession of an ego is always in search of a victim.
And I'm sure Willoughby was nowhere to be found?
Not a word from him. Not a text. Nothing. She actually texted him first asking for help.
She hasn't gotten a response.
I'm not sure she was actually expecting one, though.
I don't know. She was pretty out of it. She had a 102-degree fever. She kept writing sonnets and talking on and on about how she needs to read the news more.
So, how did she feel about Brandon being there?
She was never crazy about Brandon like she was about Willoughby. And I don't think she notices how much he pays attention to her because she's so distracted by Willoughby, but maybe she'll notice now.
Lydia!
Jane, what's wrong?
Lydia, wake up. They've eloped.
What?
Catherine! Hi!
Oh my god, you do have a reflection! You must be powerful.
Catherine, may I ask what your,
I knew I'd find you tonight because it's a full moon. How long have you been on Earth? And please don't bite Tilney.
Bite him? Why would I bite him? Please put that away.
Fine, but I'll get it back out if I have to defend myself. That's only fair. Can I see your teeth?
Catherine, you're making me very uncomfortable.
But you have a shadow, though. I don't understand.
Hey, Darcy. What's going on here?
Catherine showed up and she started saying things about the moon and shadows.
What's your name?
Catherine Morland. It has come to my attention that your resident is a vampire. I can share my notes with you if you'd like.
Catherine?
Stay back, Henry. I found him out for sure. But now that I found him out, he'll have to go somewhere else, and you won't have to be afraid anymore.
What are you talking about?
I told you Will is not a vampire. This is not a Fangs of Passion movie. You've scared him half to death, and he's already been through enough this week already.
But if he's already undead...
Tilney, this is against the very spirit of our roommate agreement.
There wasn't a vampire clause. Now listen, I can't go out with you on Saturday if you're not even going to be able to treat Darcy like a human being. You know, I thought I was meeting a nice girl I could trust instead of some undercover vampire slayer.
You mean the...
Yes, don't text me. I don't want to hang out. You know, next thing I know, you'll think I'm a vampire and be trying to shoot me with silver bullets. Just consider me lost to the vampires.
But, Catherine, if you don't leave, I'm going to have to call campus safety and they'll help you find your way back to your own dorm.
I was only trying to help.
Tilney, this is not okay. The crazy ex-girlfriend is one thing, but this girl!
She means well, I swear.
Psychotic.
She's smart, very smart. She's just, you know, gets carried away sometimes.
Well, don't let her carry herself back here. Sending her back to her own dorm is one thing, but if she stabs Darcy through the neck with a stake to save you, Tilney, there's not much I'll be able to do. Maybe get her excited about real life instead?
What could possibly be interesting about the real world?
Tilney, I wanted to talk to you about something, actually.
I mean, I could never be Salvador Horatio von Fangsmith from the Fangs of Passion movie like she wants me to be.
If you keep perpetuating these delusions, you have no idea where it's gonna go.
Oh, shut up, Grumpy Darcy. What do you even know about love? Where are you going, anyway?
Out, Tilney. Just out.
Okay, bye.
I just wanted to check in and see how you're doing. I brought you some soup just in case you wanted some. I'm sorry. I could get some non-cafeteria soup.
No, it's not that. It's just you came and you visited me in the hospital the other day. I've been really sick and gross and ugly, but you still came. It's so sweet and perfect all at the same time. I just wish that every guy could be like that. Thank you, Brandon. I'll see you around, okay?
Okay, just let me know if you need anything.
What are you doing?
I don't know, well, after I found out all about Willoughby, I don't know, music makes me feel better, so I figured I'd come down here and maybe try and blow it all off. I mean, who'd have thought that the dashing hero who saved me from a sprained ankle, he swept me off my feet. Who'd have thought he'd be such a scumbag? And that I'd care so much about him. I mean, what does that say about me?
I've had a bad day too.
I'm sorry to hear that.
My boyfriend dumped me so that his roommate could bite him and turn him into a vampire. And then his RA tried to call campus safety on me. And I am positive that if I go to that study session tomorrow, I'll be turned into a vampire myself.
Wow. That sounds difficult for you.
Yeah, but at least you have Brandon.
Brandon, what do you mean?
Haven't you noticed how he's been visiting you and bringing you soup?
I mean, not exactly. I haven't really been thinking about him.
Well, maybe you should, because he's clearly been thinking about you.
Do you know this one?
Maybe. Broke my heart, and now it's hard. I will overcome. I ran away with my imagination, but the reality of the situation, I don't need you to be someone. You know you're a rake, and I don't care about you. Loving you is a mistake. I'm better off without you. Come on, guys, take your girl on the side. I'll find a new guy who actually cares about me. I've learned my lesson from offense, so from now on I'll have sense and not just sensibility. I'll be in love. I'll find someone who loves me. There's one I'm thinking of. Oh, are you thinking of me? Put your prejudice aside. You can swallow your pride. Who knows what we could be? I've learned my lesson from offense, and so from now on I'll make sense and not just sensibility.
Membership form for you to sign.
For what? Glad to see you made it out of bed this morning.
I know, I'm actually really proud. And it's for our new club. We have a club? Just sign the paper.
Hey, stop.
Are you sure this is necessary? Do you want me to hop on the Wickham Express after he drops your sister like a hot potato? No. We women have to stick together, Lizzie. Thank you.
I'm actually still surprised about Wickham. He seems so nice. How did that even happen?
They just eloped. They drove out to Atlantic City or something. Have I shown you guys the Snapchat?
No.
That's it. My mother, my father, my sisters,
That's all she sent us. We eloped, LOL.
Good lord, Lydia.
She's actually killing us. Well, my mom's convinced she's dying.
Well, why can't you break it up? There's gotta be some way.
Break up Wickham. Are you kidding me? Nothing short of hashtag Grumpy Darcy can break that up.
No, that was the weirdest part. I always thought that Darcy was really grumpy, but that Wickham was the nice one.
That's because Wickham is a
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What? No Will Darcy today? That's strange. I don't think he's missed a class before. But let's start. As you know,
Where's your man, Lizzie?
He's most certainly not my man.
Probably still brooding.
Oh, I handled it all so stupidly. I was up all night miserable. What with Lydia, Wickham, and now Darcy, I cried all night long.
She ate all of my Rocky Road ice cream.
well, the course of love never did run smooth. He was grumpy.
But you turned him down. He was grumpy, so you said no. What's the problem?
I sincerely hope you don't think that's the whole story with Will.
That's just it. You all think you know him, but you don't. So stop it with your stupid hashtag. It's not funny. The reason he wasn't smiling in those pictures from the party is because he was miserable. And you should have never made him go.
I know you're upset, Lizzie, but even though they don't know the whole story, you don't know the whole story either.
What do you mean?
For starters, that he wanted to go.
And Wickham never should have been such a dirty liar, and I never should have believed him. Never treated Darcy so badly. Everything's ruined, and it's all my fault. All my fault. I've ruined everything, and it's all my fault.
Elizabeth, you seem to be having a lot of thoughts today. Anything to contribute? Something about love?
It has come to my attention that there is no such thing as love.
Well, now you're starting to sound like Darcy.
Tears already? And we're barely past midterm.
Hello, Elizabeth. Don't freak out. I'm not going to ask you out again if that was so upsetting for you. What I might say might be hard to hear, but hear me out. Bingley and I are close. He's the only friend I have here. And soon it was clear he felt seriously about Jane, but she didn't seem to feel the same way. I was just trying to prevent him from getting led on and then turned down harshly. He's been through that before, and it was hard on him. So yes, I convinced Bingley to ghost Jane, but if I hurt her, I didn't realize. As for Wickham, let me set the facts straight. Wickham is a family friend. We grew up together and were friends almost all the way through high school. But it was clear from very early on that he was missing something in the way he treated people, especially women. The man cares for no one's feelings but his own. He asked my parents for money and gambled it. When they finally turned him down, he came back junior year and declared that he was madly in love with my sister Georgina, who was willing to chance the college she was going to just to be with him. Once we made it clear that we knew what he was doing, he took off and Georgina was heartbroken. So this is everything you've accused me of on Wednesday. I hope you've forgiven any harm or distress I've caused you. That's all I have to say, except that I hope you have a nice semester. Fitzwilliam Darcy.
Catherine, you know I can see you behind the wall, right?
Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Look, Tilney, I'm really sorry. I've just been so stressed lately, and all of my favorite books and TV shows have been getting into my head, and all the signs were there. I just wanted to make sure that you'd be okay in case Darcy was actually a
what?
A vampire.
You know vampires don't exist, right?
I know. I just got so paranoid and excited. God, you must think I'm crazy.
Well, I think I'd be willing to work through some of the crazy and find out who Catherine really is.
Really?
Really.
Marianne, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing much better, thank you.
Was that one of the Bronte sisters novels?
It's actually that spy thriller you told me about, you know, the 39 Steps.
Oh, you remembered.
Of course I did.
Oh.
I was actually wondering if you maybe wanted to get together and talk about it. It's a lot more interesting than I thought it would be.
Yeah, sure. Also might have brought you some flowers.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for dealing with all that stuff.
No problem.
You know you didn't have to.
I know, but I wanted to. I wanted to because I wanted to do it for you.
Well, thank you.
I don't know if things have changed, but I wanted you to know that my fraternity's having another date party. I just wanted you to know that you would still be the only person I'd ask to go with me.
Are you saying your offer still stands?
Elizabeth Bennet, would you like to be my date?
Yes.
In conclusion, this semester I discovered that love was not what I was expecting it to be. While sometimes it may be something dramatic, straight out of a movie or book, sometimes love is exciting because it's finally found you. You don't always have to go out looking for it.
While getting swept off your feet is romantic, this semester I learned in the classroom and through experience that it is also important to have sense in a relationship. If the guy's acting like a rake, then you want to invest in someone that has your best interests in heart.
This semester, I realized that sometimes love doesn't happen at first sight. You might hate the person at first,
But as you learn more about them, your prejudices may start to fall away. It may even be love.
Sometimes pride can create problems in relationships, both in novels and in movies as well as in real life. Sometimes you have to show the person you love how much you care. You need to show them that you want to be there for them and that you help them because you love them.
So one of the challenges writing the script was adapting Austen's writing style into the modern day. And in the Austen novels, you find a lot of long, in-depth, one-on-one conversations, and making that into a modern day setting, we had to add a lot of technology into it because a lot of the conversations that happen in between relationships nowadays is usually through text or Facebook. So making that adaptation made Austen's work much more realistic.
It was also interesting writing it into the script because we had to figure out how each character would approach saying these things and then write it in as a text or something like that. We also had the challenge of modernizing the characters. So for example, not to stereotype, but we had to take rakes. And what do we do with rakes? We made them jocks. And then we also, a more happier example, we took Eleanor and Bingley and kind of their wholeness as characters and made them peer mentors. So you can kind of see how we tried to play up those roles.
Yeah, and we also had to portray the attitudes of the characters in the modern day sense, but not to change their attitudes the way Austen had them in the novels. We wanted to keep them the same. So we did that by finding a more modern day setting that all these characters would be able to interact with each other. So we chose the first year seminar and the peer mentors just so all these characters could be together and have the same values that Austen had throughout the novels.
And going along with that, we had them portray their attitudes about love. So as Catherine said, that stayed the same, but we had to figure out how to show that development. And so we're not writing a novel, but through the development of the video, we had them developing their attitudes on love, and you'll hear that and their reflections as they're writing this essay piece throughout the semester. And then one of the values, Austen values that we tried very hard to capture, but that was a challenge for us, was the Lydia situation. Do you want to talk about that? We didn't really know how to make that too scandalous, as the level of what Lydia did would not translate into such a terrible situation nowadays.
So another huge aspect of the movie that we included was social media, and we used it to further the plot. So there were a lot of things that we couldn't include in the movie that we were able to include through social media, like the text messages, through Facebook, through Snapchat, and through Yik Yak.
So some of the books some of the plot was communicated a lot through letters in Jane Austen's original stories, but we don't actually write as many letters nowadays, sadly. But so we thought, well, to update that into a modern day setting, that would be a lot of social media. And so also we were able to carry the plot along a lot faster and not have as much filming to explain things, so that this would not be a 2-hour long movie. You know, it's only like maybe an hour long. So instead, so that's what we did. So we'll have social media talking about the interactions between characters. So-and-so is in a relationship. So-and-so is not in a relationship.
It's complicated.
Stuff like that. You were able to quickly get a lot of information through social media, which is kind of what our culture has become.
And sort of in the same way that Pride and Prejudice was originally written as a series of letters, we were able to have that little nod to Jane Austen because we were trying to work in little nods to her and her style throughout, so that was one of the ways that we did that. Another thing that we were thinking about when making this movie is what values from Jane Austen's time translated well into 2015 and which ones did not. So one of the first ones that did translate well was love and friendship, because it was the theme of the characters FYS, and it was also
the theme of the story. All of their narratives centered around the same courtship narratives that were in the Jane Austen stories, but updated for today. And it wasn't actually that dramatic of a difference. It really wasn't. A lot of the same obstacles came up because you still have like, oh, well, he likes her, but she doesn't, and it all still happens today. So a lot of what Jane Austen was writing way back then is still relevant today, which made updating it very, very easy. We still have overdramatic, melodramatic, sensibility-centered people. We still have our womanizers. We still have our very logical people who are less in touch with their emotions. So themes like that translated very well, like the difference between sense and sensibility, or the obstacles to having a relationship of pride, of not being able to be interested in someone because of who they are, where they're coming from, or prejudice, dismissing someone too quickly. So all of that translated well into today, even though it was a main theme in Jane Austen's stories. So Jane Austen used her novels to frequently make social commentary about her society and criticize aspects of it that she thought were unreasonable or strange or just not right. So surprisingly, actually, a lot of the things that she criticized still are evident in our society today in Westminster, Maryland, 2015, as opposed to Chawton during the Regency period. So it was interesting filming this to see how many of those translated. I think my favorite one was how we updated Northanger Abbey with Catherine's obsession with the Gothic romance novels. Yeah. So we updated that to be, vampires. Our society is obsessed with vampires and stuff like that. So updating that and having her, shift a little bit and be the vampire obsession. I mean, it seemed realistic, and it was still sticking to that whole Gothic tradition of, over dramatic and just like, you're a vampire. So say it out loud. Say it. Yeah. So that was really interesting to see how well that worked.